Fashionable game changer Zelda Wynn Valdes. She was the designer behind the original Playboy Bunny costume and so much more. Before she created the original legendary Playboy Bunny outfit and stage costume for the Dance Theater of Harlem, Zelda Wynn Valdes reinvented us. Her unapologetically sexy, hip-hugging gowns were worn by celebrities and celebrities' wives like Dorothy Dandridge, Josephine Baker, Ella Fitzgerald, Joyce Bryant, and later superstars like Gladys Knight and opera diva Jessie Norman. She also designed dresses for legendary figures. In 1948, Miss Wynn would open her own boutique in Manhattan. Her sister assisted her and supervised the staff of the stores and attracted celebrities and stylish women from all walks of life. Along with Willi Smith and Stephen Burrows, Scott Barrie was one of the first designers to represent African Americans on the international fashion platform. His godmother designed for and dressed for some of the biggest jazz names and passed the torch to Scott. By the late 60s, Barrie had graduated from designing in his apartment to being one of the edgiest designers out there. His matte jersey dresses provided risque evening wear in the 70s that were ready to party hard. The clothes ranged from sexy to outrageous and found devotees in some of the most fashionable ladies of NYC, Paris, Milan, and Tokyo. By the time of his premature death, Barrie had helped break down numerous barriers and proved his mom wrong when she warned him about the high-end fashion world, saying, "Blacks don't make it there." The late great Willi Smith designed comfortable and inexpensive sportswear for men and women all over America under his label Willi Wear. The Philadelphia native, who eventually moved to the New York City Soho neighborhood, kept his eyes on the art scene and was often inspired by street culture, which is why his work was often referred to as street couture. His collections usually included plenty of colors and prints. Some consider him to be the first to mix and match plaids, stripes, and colors, especially in menswear. Willi Wear was a huge success. It was sold in more than 500 shops and eventually helped him land a few other gigs. His gigs included designing Mary Jane's wedding gown in the Spider-Man comic, as well as outfitting the cast of Spike Lee's classic School Days. "I don't design clothes for the queen, but for the people who wave at her as she goes by," said one of the most successful designers in fashion history, Willi Smith. Anne Lowe, the granddaughter of a slave and plantation owner, made history in 1953 when Jacqueline Bouvier wore an ivory silk wedding dress designed by Lowe to marry John F. Kennedy. Lowe comes from a line of Alabama dressmakers who catered to the elite. After she completed design school in New York, Lowe continued the family tradition by designing for New York's wealthy and famous families, which included the likes of Rockefeller and DuPonts. Lowe was the creative mind behind the dress worn by Olivia de Havilland the night she won an Oscar in 1946. Despite her amazing talent, her race kept her from receiving any awards. In fact, she was referred to as society's best-kept secret, since her clients would never admit to having their luxurious gowns and dresses designed by a black woman. The designs she created for major stores like Ches Sonia refused to include her name on the labels. A true fashion pioneer, Lowe opened a salon in New York in 1950. Lowe would later run a salon inside Saks Fifth Avenue before glaucoma would force her to retire. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Bye!